Hello there, curious heart. It's me again, Bear Maple, your friendly forest storyteller. Today's tale is about time. Not just the kind that ticks on clocks or chimes on towers, but the kind we sometimes waste, lose, or wish we had more of. Are you ready to chase the minutes, dodge the distractions, and race through the magical halls of the great clock tower? Then snuggle in close, little listener, because this is the story of Noah and the clock-eating cat. Noah was late. Again. Late for breakfast. Late for the school bus. Late for his best friend's birthday party, where he arrived just in time for the melted cake and popped balloons. Even his alarm clock seemed tired of him. It would beep and beep, growing more desperate with every ring, and Noah would groan, roll over, and mutter, 5 more minutes. At school, at home, even at the barber shop, everyone in town knew Noah by one word: late. It clung to him like a sticker he couldn't peel off. But there was one creature who never seemed to mind: his cat, Pickles. A round, sleepy orange tabby with whiskers like tangled wires and a belly that jiggled like jelly when he purred. Pickles would stretch, yawn, and snuggle deeper into Noah's blanket fort while the world outside ticked on without them. Together, they made quite the pair. One boy who couldn't catch up with time, and one cat who didn't care if time passed at all. One evening, Noah sat on the edge of his bed, frustrated. His homework was half finished, his dinner was cold, and he had missed his favorite show, again. Where does the time even go? He mumbled. He glanced at Pickles, who was lazily licking his paw. That's when Noah saw it. A tiny silver gear stuck to Pickles' tongue. Then, gulp. Pickles swallowed it. Noah blinked. Did you just eat a piece of a clock? Pickles blinked back and let out a big, guilty boo-erp. And right before Noah's eyes, the hands of the wall clock didn't just tick, they spun backward. What in the world? Noah whispered. Pickles gave a sheepish meow, then leapt off the bed and nudged open the closet door with his paw. Noah peeked inside and gasped. Behind his clothes was a swirling portal of glowing cogs and spinning hands. It wasn't just a closet anymore, it was an entrance. Noah and Pickles tumbled through the portal and landed, thump, on a floor made entirely of ticking clock faces. They had entered the clock tower realm. Above them rose a sky full of swinging pendulums. Below, winding staircases led to rooms shaped like hourglasses, calendars, sundials, and gears. A voice boomed. Who dare bring a time eater into my tower? A tall, regal figure emerged. An old owl in a waistcoat and monocle. Sir Tick-Tock, keeper of time. I didn't know he was eating time, Noah said quickly, holding up Pickles, who looked adorably clueless. Sir Tick-Tock frowned. Time has gone missing. Stolen minutes, vanishing hours. Your cat is the cause. Pickles let out a tiny hiccup. A spark of glittering seconds floated out of his mouth. Sir Tick-Tock gave Noah a choice. You must return the lost time by completing the time trials, or time in your world will remain broken. Noah gulped and nodded. The first trial was the room of routine. He had to set a perfect morning routine, with giant floating toothbrushes, socks that flew across the room, and a flying pancake he had to catch in under 7 minutes. He had to set a perfect morning routine, complete with giant floating toothbrushes, socks that zipped across the room like boomerangs, and a flying pancake that flapped like a buttery bird. He had exactly 7 minutes. No distractions, said Sir Tick-Tock. Focus and follow through. Easier said than done. Pickles tried to nap mid-trial, but Noah pulled him along. Nope, you're coming with me, Noah huffed, dragging him along. By the buzzer, Noah brushed, dressed, fed Pickles, and caught the pancake just in time. Ding! A glowing 10 minutes floated back into the air. Good start, said Sir Tick-Tock. Next was the maze of maybe later, a twisting labyrinth filled with every tempting distraction imaginable. There was a game room flashing with colorful lights, a nap zone with fluffy pillows that sighed when you laid on them, and an entire tunnel made of comics and snacks, where candy bars floated like fireflies and pages turned themselves. Signs pointed both ways. Get to work. One more episode. Pickles immediately plopped onto a giant beanbag chair and started kneading it with glee. Tomorrow? Noah was tempted. Oh, so tempted. But he clenched his fists and shook his head. No, Pickles, Noah said firmly. We're not wasting time again. With determination, he pulled Pickles away, followed the signs, and reached the center of the maze. Another 15 minutes flew back into the sky. They entered a glowing forest filled with trees made of hourglasses. Each hourglass had a name etched in gold. Noah found one with his name, its sand falling fast. Sir Tick-tock stepped beside him and spoke in a quiet, steady voice. Everyone only has so much time, he said. The question is, how will you use yours? Noah swallowed hard and stared at the shrinking pile of sand. I want to use it better, he said softly. Pickles rubbed against his leg and purred in agreement. Just then, a branch above them rustled. A small glowing clock gently detached from the tree and floated down, landing in Noah's open hand. The Watch of Wisdom, said Sir Tick-tock. It will help you make wiser choices with your time. But remember, only you can choose how to spend it. As the watch fastened itself around Noah's wrist, a warm glow spread through his chest. Ding! Another 5 minutes rose into the air and disappeared into the sky. Sir Tick-tock led Noah and Pickles to the base of the tallest tree. This is the final trial, said Sir Tick-tock. The core of the clock. Something's broken. You must fix it before time stops. Inside, they climbed folding ladders, crossed swinging chains, and ducked pendulums slicing the air. At the center, a glowing crack in the main gear, spilling minutes, hours, even full days into the void. Noah reached for the Watch of Wisdom, but it flickered. It's not enough, said Sir Tick-tock. Boo-erp! Pickles let out a massive belch, and the tiny silver gear he'd swallowed rolled across the floor. Noah grabbed it, pressed the watch to the crack, and slid the gear into place. Click! The gears froze, then slowly turned again, this time in perfect harmony. Ding! Lost time spiraled into the air like golden sparks. Sir Tick-tock smiled. You did it, Noah. Time is restored, and now, it's yours to use wisely. With a whoosh, Noah and Pickles landed back in his room. The clock blinked. 6:59 a.m. Just 1 minute before his alarm. Beep! 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 Noah sat up straight, wide-eyed. But this time, he didn't roll over. He jumped out of bed, brushed his teeth, got dressed, fed Pickles, and packed his bag, all before the clock struck 7:15. When he walked into the kitchen, his mom stared in surprise. You're early? Noah just smiled, slinging his backpack over his shoulder. We've been through time. Pickles purred from behind him and batted something across the floor, a tiny glowing gear, still warm from adventure. Noah picked it up, tucked it into his pocket, and headed out the door, right on time. Noah still liked relaxing. He still loved playing. But now he also scheduled his day, set alarms that he actually listened to, and gave his best to the time he had. He realized something big. Time isn't something you find. It's something you make. And Pickles? He still liked naps. But he never ate another clock again. Probably. Did you enjoy Noah and the clock-eating cat? Are you using your time wisely today? Remember, it's okay to rest. But don't let your dreams snooze too long. Until next time, this is Bear Maple, reminding you that every minute counts.